All right, guys, just a quick reminder on rounding numbers. So we were going through this yesterday, and a lot of you were struggling with remembering how to round. So when you round numbers, if a number ends in 0 to 4, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's going to stay the same. Or you're going to drop it, depending on what we're rounding. Then if your number ends in 5 through 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then you're going to round up. So for example, if I said 204 and I say round to the nearest whole number, you end in a 4, your answer is going to be 200. Okay, so that's me rounding to the nearest whole number. If I have 399, I'm going to make a really hard one here, and I say round to the nearest whole number. The nearest whole number is 400. I've rounded up. Okay, say that was 359, and I said round to the nearest whole number, then your answer would be 360. That's a whole number, okay? So what are we going to do if we're doing decimals? And fifth graders, you are currently working on rounding decimals. So if I have the number 241 and 6 hundredths, and I say round to the nearest 10th place, I may not remember what my 10th place is, so I'm going to create a place value chart. So I'm going to create my place value chart right around my number right now. And you've drawn this in many different ways. I know this is my ones, my tens, my hundredths. This is my 1/10th and my 1/100th, and you could keep going after that. So if I say round to my nearest 10th place, I'm rounding to this spot. So remember, if I have a 0 through 4, I'm going to stay the same or drop it. If I have 5 to 9, I'm going to round up. So really, the most important thing you should remember is when to round up. So what does my number end in? It ends in a 6. Does 6 fall between 5 and 9? Yes, it does. That means I'm going to round up to the nearest 10th place. So my nearest 10th place is 241 and 1/10th. All right, so I've rounded up to the nearest 10th. So let's do one more. I'm going to go ahead and just write my number in this place value chart right away. That way I'm not confused. Let's say my number is 47 and 5/10. What am I going to round up to if I say round up or round to the nearest whole number? See, I couldn't even help myself. I have it memorized that if I end in a 5 to 9, I'm going to round up. So if I say round to the nearest whole number, this is going to be my nearest whole number. 5 falls between 5 and 9. I'm going to round up. So my nearest whole number is 48. Remember, if you have a decimal, that means you have a whole number and a part of a number. Just like if you have a fraction, if you have a mixed number and it's 6 1/2, you have a whole number and a part of a number. So these conceptually mean the same thing. After a decimal, you have a part of a number, and after a fraction is a part of a number. It's part of a whole. So these concepts are the same. They just look very different. And some of us are much better at decimals, and then some of us are much better at fractions. But right now, I want you to concentrate on rounding. If the number ends in 0 to 4, you're going to round down, or drop the number. And if it ends in 5 to 9, you're going to round up. All right, so remember to take notes on this. Do a couple numbers with your mom or your dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, and practice this until this makes sense. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. We will be working on this together. I'll see you next time.